Comments on the internet. Hey, do they count? How about 4 lawyers? Well, that takes us to this week's case. It involves a real man, real people in the state of Kansas. There, an attorney, Eric Gamble, was representing a young man who had started an affair with a young woman when she was 17 years old, and at 18 she gave birth. Well, the young man that Eric was representing wanted to have that child. He acknowledged that he was the father of the child and wanted to raise the child. The mother of the child did not want to have the child. She wanted to have the child put up for adoption, and she wanted her parental rights terminated, wanted the parental rights of the father of the child terminated, and wanted an adoption to go forward. Now, before the hearing dealing with termination of parental rights, Eric Gamble, on behalf of his client, the father of this child, approached the mother, who was 18 years old, and he did that through a message that was sent via Facebook, and said, hey, basically, you know, this is an important decision you're making. This child is someone who really has a right to know who its parents are. Once you make this decision and give this child up, you can't undo that. This is the way it's going to be for the rest of your life, and this child is someone who could mean so much to you. Basically, those were the kind of comments that Eric made to this 18-year-old woman. Well, at the hearing dealing with termination of the parental rights, that message that he sent via the email to her became known, and he acknowledged freely that he had sent that message. Well, the Bar Association for the state of Kansas began doing an investigation. They looked at the nature of the message, they looked at the impact that it had, and they said, you know what? This is important, and this message had significant impact on this young woman. She was only 18 years old. She's getting this message from an attorney. She doesn't have an attorney. There's a real disparity between the ages of the people involved, and also a real disparity with regard to the relative power. We've got a member of the bar, we've got a young woman here who's only 18 years old, not a professional. We, the bar there in Kansas, said the kind of comments Eric made amount to emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail. He was trying to convince this woman that she should not terminate her parental rights, that she should raise this child, and he was doing it by emotionally blackmailing her, is what the bar found. Well, the case was then decided, the discipline was then decided by the Supreme Court for the state of Kansas. And there the Supreme Court looked at things and they said, you know what? We agree. We agree that Eric engaged in emotional blackmail. Attorneys can't do that. You don't do that. That's a misuse of your position as an attorney. It's a misuse of your position in the litigation process. And for that reason, we are going to suspend Eric Gamble from the practice of law for 6 months. For 6 months. So, Eric, in fact, lost the ability to be a lawyer for 6 months, significant loss of revenue, and a variety of other things that go, the humiliation of being suspended from the practice of law, as a result of an email that he sent. Once again, it demonstrates that emails do have impact. It also demonstrates that an attorney has a high standard that he or she must adhere to when they are admitted to the practice of law, and when they breach that standard, there are major repercussions. Well, we bring you this case as you bring cases every week, so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.